Hey, what's up YouTube? Do you want to learn how to cook better for yourself, for your family? Then you came to the right place. If this is your first time here, do me a favor. Look down there and hit that subscribe button for me right now. And we're getting ready to cook some Spam. You heard it right. We're going to cook some Spam. I've been eating Spam since I was young, and as I've gotten older, I've learned to cook Spam a lot better, to mix it up with some lot different dishes than just Spam and eggs and things like that. But it's just good old Spam. Hey guys, if you're scared of Spam because it's potted meat, it's pork. You eat hot dogs, it's pork. Stay with me. I'm going to teach you how to make something that you're really going to like. So what I'll do is take the Spam and I chop it up into cubes, and then I'll take that and I'll put it in marinade, and I'll show you what I use for a marinade here in just a second. But I'll take that and put it in this freezer bag, and then I pour my marinade in with that Spam, and I let that sit in the refrigerator for about 3 hours. Everything that I'm telling you right now will be down in the description. That way you can follow along and make this for your family. So I'm going to take my Spam, go ahead and open it up, and by the way, be careful. These things are sharp. Yep. So you've got your Spam, you've got it on your cutting board, and there's no big secret of how to cut it. You kind of want your chunks to be about like that thick. Once I get it all cut up, as you can see, I'll take about half of that right off the top. I'm not working with a lot of meat, and then I cut it one way, which is horizontally. Now we're going to go and cut our cubes out of it. Once you got that done, we're going to make one more cut on this particular level of meat. And it comes out to a cube. Once you got the cubes done, set that to the side. And remember, I split half of it, and we're going to do the other half. The only thing you're trying to do is just get cubes out of it. Doesn't matter, you don't have to cut it the way that I do, and you may have a different plan than what I do. Hey, if you do, leave me a comment and tell me what you do and how you cubed it. I'd like to know. So we've got our cubes. I've got my bag. I'm going to open that up and put what I've got, or what I just cubed, right back into this bag. Next thing I'm going to do after I've got that bag is go ahead and take my other can and cube it. Alright, we've got 2 cans of Spam cubed, and we're going to set that aside. Next thing that we're going to do is go ahead and make our marinade. Now, I've got a 1/4 cup, and I'm going to kind of go through this really quick, but you're not going to see all of it because it's actually my marinade. And if you'd like to purchase it, I have a way for you to do that. I'll leave that down in the description at the bottom. But I do use wine. It's not the secret ingredient there. Well, we've got all of our marinade in the bowl, and I'm about to take and mix that up, and then we'll pour that in the bag. By the way, like I said, didn't let you see all of what we did with the marinade because it's my marinade and we do sell it. But if you've got a special marinade, you don't want to purchase mine, that's fine. If you'll hit that subscribe button, I'll forgive you. So we're going to take this, mix it up real good, and I'll show you what that looks like if we get it all mixed up. That's good. So what we'll do is we'll take this and just pour this right into the bag. Hopefully you're a lot better than I am and you don't make near as much of a mess as I do. But once you get that into the bag, I'm going to take it, I'm going to take all the air out of it, leave a little bit in, and then kind of like on TV with the chicken, you just shake it, but we're not going to bake it. Get that marinade all mixed up in there. After we get this all mixed up, we're going to take this and we're going to put it in the refrigerator for about 3 hours and let that just sit and marinate. Then we'll come back and I'll show you what else we do. Hey y'all, let me go ahead and tell you this. Instead of taking the bag after you get everything mixed up and taking it and put it straight up and down where all the Spam and the marinade is just kind of sitting on the bottom, what I like to do is I like to kind of spread it out. That way when I put it in the refrigerator, everything's kind of spread out and that marinade's still marinating, not just the stuff that's on the bottom, but every part of your meat. Anyway, thought I'd share that with you. Well, as you can see, our set's changed a little bit. When I marinated this, I did that last night. So this is actually set in the refrigerator overnight. It's a little too late to cook it after the 3 hours of marinating. You can go 24 hours, 48 hours. It just depends on how long you want it to sit. You can do this and cook it 2 days from now. It's okay. It's still marinating. It's marinating into the meat, so it's going to taste even better. But we've got all of our ingredients laid out, and what we'll do is, since this is marinated, I cut up peppers. Now you can use just regular peppers. You can use green peppers. You can use yellow peppers, orange peppers, red peppers. You can do that, cut it up in slices, which is what we're going to do today, or you can buy just the regular sweet peppers in a pack and cut them up and have pepper rings. If you do that and you cut them up into rings, what I would suggest is slice it so you kind of don't get the ring. So when you slice, you're slicing and then break it and slice one into each ring. That way you still get the strips. And that's probably the better way to do it. That way you don't have pepper rings. But that's fine. If you want to use pepper rings, you can. When you cut your onion up, I don't usually dice. It gets too small and starts to cook away. So what I'll do is cut it, as you saw, lengthwise, and then I come back and cut it back down like this. That way you kind of get the strips of onion. cut that onion up, all we're going to do is just put it right back into our pan. When you get your peppers cut, then take them and just put it under water and get all the excess out, and then you'll be ready to slice. Guys, when I slice my peppers, what I'm going to do is just take them and then slice this way. What you're wanting to do is just make pepper slices, and then that'll go in there. Once that cooks, they'll become tender, and I'll explain more about that here in just a minute. When you're slicing these, I really would not go too thin. When you come to a portion like this, just kind of take your knife and cut that down. Just set it to the side. We're going to use it. We're going to use all the pepper. That portion that we used and set to the side, I'm going to take that and just make little bitty slices. Now this will probably cook away as we smoke this. It's okay. It's just going to add flavor. When you're slicing this, I've been asked before, do I kind of keep track of what size that I'm slicing? Is it 1/4 inch? Is it 1/8 inch? Is it? No, not really. I mean, you can see just like that. One's a little larger than the other one. This one's a little larger than that one. I don't. Just making sure that you're not getting too thin, because again, like I said, the thinner that it is, the more that it's going to cook away. And that's fine. It'll certainly add flavor, but you won't have any peppers left in your dish. It'll all cook away. Now you got that done. That's kind of what it's going to look like before we put our Spam in there. Guys, before I put the Spam in, I'm going to put a little seasoning on top of the peppers and the onions. My seasoning is the seasoning that I make. It's actually a rub, but I use it as a seasoning also. It's very, very good. If you would like to try some, go to our website at www.kickinitvanvost.com. In between the Kickin' It and Van Vost, just put a line and or a dash, and that'll get you to the site. You can also go to our Facebook page. I'll leave that in the description below. I'll also leave this full recipe in the description. Guys, I want to remind you again, as I'm seasoning this, please make sure that you, if you like this and you want to learn more, check out in the description our next video coming up, and also I'll have links to, again, like I said, the recipe. And please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Do that now, and then hit the little bell. That way, next time I have another Cooking with Papa recipe coming up, you're going to get notified of that. Give us a like. Also, leave us a comment. Let us know what you thought. If you cooked this for your family, let us know how it turned out and if they enjoyed it or not. So, guys, we're going to take our Spam that we marinated. This has been marinated since last night. I suggest if you want a quick marinade, 3 hours is normally what I will let this sit in the bag. And like I said before, when I put it in there, sure, you can put it in the refrigerator and set it down like this. That marinade's going to drip all the way down. It's going to catch down at the bottom. It's not going to get the top layer of meat. So what I do when I marinate it, shuffle it around, get it kind of flat. That way you've got that marinating all sitting in there, and I put it in the refrigerator just like that. So we're going to take that and pour it right into our onions and our peppers. Make sure you get all the excess marinade that you had left over, because we're going to use that as some juice. And trust me, you're going to get juice anyway as it cooks too. Now, if you don't have a smoker, because that's what we're going to put this on, I'm also going to leave the recipe to do this in the oven. You're not going to get the smoke taste, but you're still going to get a very good, easy meal for you and your family. Okay, got all that done. We've got that all mixed up now. Next thing to do is light the smoker, get it ready, and put it on the smoker. Guys, we're about ready to take our Spam and our onions and our peppers and put it on the smoker. This is what we're using to smoke with today. Now, I had this smoker filled with mesquite pellets. Just emptied those out, and I'm fixing to put hickory in. If you're not real sure how to empty your smoker out, I'm sure each one is about the same, but check with your manufacturer and they'll show you how to empty that out. So we're going to put the hickory. I smoke with hickory with pork, and we're going to put the pellets in for that and light it up. I smoke at 225 degrees, and I'll smoke that for around 2 hours. And the way that I can tell that it's done is once my peppers and my onions are starting to become limp and soft, then the dish is done. So we've got our pellets loaded up and we're ready to go. This particular hopper holds about 5 pounds, and that's filled up with hickory pellets. Done. Now there's only one other ingredient that we're going to add to this, and that's going to be 2 cups of rice, and that'll go inside. And then that's pretty much it. It's a very easy recipe. Again, I use the smoker. I'm going to leave the link down in the description of what we do if you're going to put this on and use an oven. I almost forgot. I do use another ingredient. I told you that the rice was the only other ingredient. I do use corn. Now, I usually use a bag of frozen corn. With a bag of frozen corn, you can put that right into your mixture. In that we don't have any frozen corn, so we're going to actually use canned corn. This won't go in until about half an hour, 45 minutes till the mixture's done. That way all of our corn doesn't cook out. All right, guys, our smoker is about to get ready. What I would normally do is once that catches fire, I'll turn it up to about 500 degrees. That burns off any excess and cleans up your smoker real good. Then I'll let that sit for about 30 minutes, let that burn off, and then I'll knock it back down to 225, which will be our cooking temperature. So as we're waiting for our smoker to get set up and ready to go, again, I wanted to thank you guys so much for all your support on this particular episode of Cooking with Papa and also our RV vlogs. Thank you again. August 12th, we hit 100 subscribers, and we couldn't have done it without you. If you're watching this and you haven't subscribed to our channel and you like what you see, hit that button and hit subscribe. Hit the bell, that way you get notified of any other videos that we have coming out, and leave us a comment. We can't do this without you. And I don't know what you're liking, because what you like or what I like may not be what you like, or maybe you want to see more of this and less of that. Hit that comment button and let us know about it. Thanks. Our smoker's been going for about 30 minutes. Looks like everything is about cleaned up. We're going to go ahead and close the firebox and get to smoking. So we're going to wait for that temperature to come down from that 500 degree mark, and then we'll take our Spam and peppers and onion and go ahead and put on our smoker. Like I said, I'll smoke that for about 2 hours, and then check my onions and my peppers, see where they're at, and that'll let me know if it's done or not. Also, don't forget that we're going to add 2 cans of corn at about 30 to 45 minute mark. Smoke for 2 hours, add that in about 30, usually about 45 minutes if I'm using canned corn. So we've got our Spam, our onions, and our peppers already on the smoker, and what I'll normally do is take that, my firebox sits up to the front of the smoker, and I'll take my
my tinfoil pan and move to the back. That way we don't get a full force of heat. Don't want that to cook too quick. All right, so we're ready to go. Temperature is at a good 225 degrees. I've got smoke coming out. I'm gonna go ahead and close that lid. And you know what? We'll open it back up in about 2 hours. All right, so we've got our timer started. We're looking for that 2-hour mark. Now I told you again, we will take that corn and put in about 45 minutes before, but I can do that without setting a timer. I just want to complete time that the dish is going to be in there, and we set that at 2 hours. Okay guys, so we've taken the main dish out of the smoker. It's getting real close. Like I said, I usually take it out about 45 minutes to 30 minutes before the cooking time is done. The other ingredient that I'm going to add is going to be, this time, our canned corn, and I'll drain that. We've already opened the can, we've already drained it. I'm going to pour that right back into our main dish. We'll do 2 cans. If you're doing the frozen corn, I get the larger package, and I use 1 package of frozen corn. The frozen corn goes in with the Spam, the peppers, and the onion at the very beginning. So canned corn versus frozen corn, we're using canned this time. The other thing that I'm going to do is stir that up real well, and we'll put it back on the smoker for that remaining 45 minutes. We've got that stirred in really well. We'll take it back out to the smoker, put it back in for that remaining 45 minutes. One other thing that I didn't tell you, and I totally forgot about it. I do add a can of Rotel, and the only reason I remember this is because that is when I add that in, is at that 45 minute to 30 minute mark. Same time I do my corn if I'm cooking with the canned corn. So I do add a can of Rotel. That's another ingredient. Again, I'll have all that down in the description. I'm also going to put a link to our page on www.kickingitvanvost.com. That takes you to our website, where I've got a whole recipe page listed for you of everything that we put on our site, as far as our YouTube channel on Cooking with Papa, and there's also some recipes that we have not put on as a video. So I'll give you that link down in the description also. Now another thing that we have done is we've gone ahead and fixed our rice, and I've got that cooking right now. What I do is I mixed 2 cups of rice, and we'll take that and pour that right into the mixture when we bring that in. So 2 cups of rice goes right in the mixture, not 1 but 2. Share with you something else that you can do once you take this out while we're waiting on our rice to get finished cooking. We do have the marinade, and we put that in, and it does create some juice in there. The rice is going to soak that up as soon as we put it in. It'll only add to the flavor. You're not going to lose anything. But another thing that I will utilize is I'll put just a little barbecue sauce in there. Now, you can do 1 of 2 things. You can put that in the main dish, and that'll be for everyone. Some people don't like barbecue sauce. That's okay. You can also utilize it when you take your portion out, put it in your bowl or plate, and put a little barbecue sauce. Just adds a little bit more flavor to it, something different. Thought you might want to know that and try it. Tell you what, try it without it, and then try it with it. See what you think. Your barbecue sauce is your barbecue sauce. I use, these are not the droids you're looking for. I use Sweet Baby Ray's, and it's sweet and spicy is the barbecue sauce I use.
All right, guys, our timer's going off. It's time to go get our dish. Ooh, that does look good. See if I can get a shot of that for y'all. Looks good. Okay, all we need now is just for our rice to be done. We'll put that in, and bon appetit. Well, how many of you noticed when I took a shot of the rice cooking that there was no power on? I unplugged the rice. Plugged it back in, hopefully in about 15-20 minutes. Maybe shorter time, that rice will be done. And I can go ahead and put it in this and we can eat.
All right, guys, for my mistake from unplugging the rice cooker, the rice is done and I'm ready to eat. So I'm gonna get the rice, pour it into our main dish, and bon appetit. Now, because I made the harebrained mistake, I went ahead and covered this so it stays a little warm. It's gonna heat back up when I pour this rice back in it, but let's take the tin foil off of it.
Alright, take a rice and pour right into it. We're done. Well, the only thing left that we have to do is put it in a bowl or a plate and eat it up. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this segment of Cooking with Papa, and if you did, please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Make sure you ring that little bell. That way you get notified of anything else that we have coming up. And leave us a comment. Tell us what you think. Let me know again if you made this for your family or yourself and what you thought. Maybe you would add something. Let me know. Or take away. Let me know that too. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time. Cooking with Papa.